Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston, are they or aren't they?
The popular couple is seemingly head over heels in love with one another, but for some reason the timing and rapid escalation of their love story has the world questioning their motives.
Right now on a special edition of Listed, we're breaking down 6 conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston.
People everywhere have pulled out their Hiddleswift theories to get to the bottom of what's really going on between the two, and honestly, Misty, only time will tell, but from what we've gathered, these are the best reasons as to why the power couple could have started dating.
All right, you know I love me a good conspiracy theory, so let's get started with theory number 1.
Give it to me, Misty.
The music video. Tom and Taylor aren't real, but rather filming an incredibly expensive multi-continent music video for her next single.
Ooh.
Could happen. So 2 facts back this up, hear me out. All the photographs for their relationship have been taken by the same paparazzi agency that no one had ever really heard of before. Also weird, Swift has released an album every other fall since 2006, meaning she's due for another one really soon. And also, wildest dreams, that music video was portraying a fake Hollywood relationship. I loved that video, though.
Okay, but that one's a little bit of a stretch. I was just
whatever.
thinking, like, maybe because she's done that in a music video, she's not a stranger to the idea in real life.
I totally agree with you.
But do you think that they could be together just for a music video?
No, but I really want that to be the case. Like, in my heart, I just, like, really want that.
Well, the thing for me is this relationship, it escalated so quickly that it either has to be a PR stunt that their family's in on, or it's like a sick joke because everyone has jumped on the train. And he even wore that, like, Love TS shirt that I'm like, no!
And you're insulted.
I'm insulted.
By the shirt if it's not a music video.
Yes, I'm also insulted by her family for, like, going and playing along with this game.
Well, that's why this theory cannot be real, because of the family aspect of it.
No, I think it could be, because I think that's how she could justify this relationship to everyone.
But if it's a music video, she doesn't need to justify it.
You don't, ugh. Okay, well, there are some more theories. Let's get to theory number 2, and that is that Tom wants to go major league.
Ooh.
So Tom Hiddleston, he is not new to Hollywood, but he is new to superstardom because he's done indie movies for years, but he's not yet a household name.
But because of Loki, he's pretty well known.
He is pretty well known, but he's not like a Taylor Swift of
True.
the world. So this theory takes the cynical viewpoint that he is simply wooing Taylor with his adorable British accent and striking jawline just in order to lift his own star power, only to toss her to the side once he becomes more famous.
No, not gonna happen.
No, you don't think so? You don't think he could be using her for just all of the... Because did you see him outside of the hotel in Florida? Taylor Swift was up there. He was talking to fans and he was just so lit up and excited that I wouldn't put this past him.
Because it's so new to him. He's gonna get over it. It's gonna be really old real soon, this whole superstar thing.
Misty, you know when you get into dating somebody that famous, that is also going to come along with it. So I think even if that's not the purpose, the sole purpose for him getting into this relationship,
he knows that's coming.
It's a motive. Although he did go to Cambridge and the Royal Academy of the Dramatic Arts, so that doesn't really scream to me like, oh, I need to be on the cover of TMZ. It's kind of more of like a real actor.
Yeah, to me there's something else going on here. Like, why all of a sudden does Tom need to be a superstar?
Right.
If this theory is correct, there's something else going on. Like, his manager had a talk with him, he's having a midlife crisis and he wants to change his life. Something else is happening here.
Trying to get that bigger role. We'll get to that later. What's number 3, Misty?
All right, number 3, Idris Elba is just the puppet master, pretty much opposite of the previous theory. So Idris Elba is also in the running to be Bond, if you didn't know, along with Tom. And he was also the co-chair with Taylor at the Met Gala. So if Idris was attempting to dethrone Tom from the running to be Bond, he may want to ensure that he finds his opponent swept up in a media circus. After all, it's clear that being Bond requires a little bit of mystery and a whole lot of class. 2 things that get proportionally lowered when you're chased by paparazzi and traveling the world on private jets. If this is true, Idris is a smart man. He recently covered Interview Mag looking very reminiscent of 007.
Do you think this could be true?
Not really, honestly. I think like Idris is like up here and this theory is like down here. I just don't see this happening.
I think they could still both be in the running, but it is a good point. Everyone that has been Bond in the past has been kind of under the radar. So if Idris was like really clever, he'd be like, oh, let's get him hooked to Taylor Swift.
There's no way that he just took his co-chairing with Taylor Swift and turned it into matchmaking. I just think that's kind of far-fetched.
All right, well, moving along, theory number 4, it plays on the fact of Tom Hiddleston being James Bond. Is Taylor Swift in this relationship to then be the next Bond girl?
Come on, Rylan.
So, I mean, would you believe it if somebody told you that Taylor Swift is just dying to be the next Bond girl? Because no.
I would not believe
Also, it wouldn't be the best way fit to make this dream come true, to like cozy up to a man that is like seemingly going to be Bond, who also is only going to be Bond because they're dating you. Like, they can't date each other to get in the James Bond movie.
No, I completely agree with what you're saying, but further to that, Taylor Swift is not an actress. She's also not...
Hey, she was in Valentine's Day.
Okay, sorry. She's not a leading lady. She's also not known for her sexiness,
Right.
and that's what a Bond girl is about. I'm sorry, but Taylor needs to get a boob job and some frickin' swag before she can be a Bond girl.
This is ridiculous.
Come on. Right? I'm right.
You're right.
Okay, let's move on to theory number 5, the Kimye Drama. So, Taylor and Tom were spotted kissing on those rocks, you know which rocks, for the very first time when Kim Kardashian's GQ interview dropped, in which she called out Taylor Swift for being a liar. Kim spoke about Taylor lying about telling Kanye that he could include the lyrics about making Taylor famous in his song, Famous. Taylor said she never approved, but Kim spoke to GQ saying they have video proof of Taylor giving Kanye the A-OK, which is so interesting. It went almost unnoticed, seeing that the same day Taylor conveniently had a new man just days after her breakup with Calvin Harris. So was she trying to just divert the attention from the GQ article onto her new love?
I think that is actually a great possibility, but how would she also know that the GQ thing was going to drop the same day as the photos released?
Her rep could definitely have found out.
This one's hard to believe for me because yes, it's convenient, but then it's gone on for so long after that that I would have thought that it would have just been those pictures and died if it was just trying to get the attention drawn away from the whole Kimye situation.
Right, but I'm also supporting this theory because in the past, Taylor has done PR stunts to divert attention from things.
Well,
like, she's done this.
She is a master at being in the spotlight, and the thing that surprises me about Taylor is she like welcomes more fame with grace. She doesn't freak out. Like, a lot of people get freaked out by fame, but Taylor's like, bring it on.
You know what also is interesting is Taylor and Kim to me are very opposite. Kim's on a reality show where she is not afraid to say any and everything, and Taylor is very calculated and not always very forthcoming.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But moving on to our very last theory, it's theory number 6, is Taylor on a mission to just make Calvin Harris jealous. So when the first news broke that her and Calvin broke up, it kind of seemed like he was the one that effed her over. And I feel like she wanted to probably spin that. Taylor, she also met Tom at the Met Gala, the event that Calvin was, you know, like too cool to attend. So when Calvin broke up with Taylor, she probably started thinking, I'm not going to be the victim here, and spun it in a different way. So now she could have also cheated on Calvin because it could have happened at the Met Gala when they were still a thing. And so now all the attention was turned towards Taylor and away from Calvin. Above all, Calvin now has to see his ex-girlfriend everywhere he goes, and maybe she loves that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then this whole Twitter thing blew up where Calvin then spoke out after People, they released an article saying that she had actually been a part of writing This Is What You Came For, and then he exploded on Twitter, basically calling her out, saying that she just is like kind of an attention whore. It was kind of crazy.
But he also said that that was the reason that their relationship started to fizzle, was because she said she didn't want to be known for writing the song. He went with that, and then he did an interview with Ryan, and she got mad because he didn't give her credit for the song. So it was all really confusing.
Right.
And it's just so sad that it ruined a relationship over writing a song together.
I mean, I also think there were other things involved. I think some people may have cheated, some things may have gone wrong. I think it's complicated to be in a celebrity relationship, and they did last a long time, but I do think this theory number 6 is one of the high points for these conspiracy theories, because why would you not want to make an ex jealous with a man you met while you were still with your ex? You know what I'm saying?
100%. I'm very revengeful with anyone that I'm an ex with. I want to go on the record and say, though, that I think it's a combination of theories 5 and 6.
So that
Kim
being?
and revenge on Calvin.
I think those two are the most realistic. I think that's why they probably started. But then what I would love the most is the music video theory, because then it would all make sense to me.
In the end, for it to just end with that theory.
And I want her to announce the music video with Tom as a joke, and then that be the announcement of her newest album.
Okay, well, get this. The VMAs are coming up in about a month and a half at the end of August, and that would be a perfect time to debut Tom and Taylor's music video. I'm just saying.
I think that would also justify all of the craziness that has surrounded their relationship, and I won't feel so cheated.
I know. Can we just have some honesty, people?
But also, we want to know what all of you beautiful people are thinking. Which theory do you think is the most accurate, or could it be true? Or do you think they're actually dating and happy in real life?
Tell us what you guys think. So much for...
What? So much for what, Misty?
I was going to say thank you so much.
For watching. You guys also let us know if you like this type of listed, and we'll do more of them for you if you do. We will see you next week, and we love you lots. Bye.
Bye, guys. Then you can click to the left to check out the craziest pop culture conspiracy theories on an episode of Listed.
Ooh, or you can click over to the right to relive Taylor and Calvin's cutest moments. That's also on Listed.